Today's message is titled, Why God's Timing is Always Perfect. Trust His Plan. Have you ever felt like you've done everything right, yet nothing seems to be working? You have prayed. You have believed. You have waited. Still silence. If you're in that place right now, I want you to pause and take in this simple but powerful truth from Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11. He has made everything beautiful in its time. This verse may sound short, but it carries a message that can carry you through some of the hardest seasons of your life. It tells us that God's timing is not just good, it's perfect. Even when we don't understand what He's doing, we can trust that He does. Picture a young woman who's been praying for a job for months. She's qualified. She's sent out dozens of applications. She's gone to interviews. But each day, her phone stays silent. She begins to question, God, where are you? Why aren't you answering me? Have you forgotten me? But here's the truth, God hadn't forgotten her. He was simply preparing something better. The job she was praying for was good, but what God had in mind was great. He was aligning the right opportunity with the right people at the right place at the right time. Many of us are like that woman, broken, praying and wondering if God hears us. We confuse God's not yet with no. But here's the truth, delay is not denial. It's preparation. Let's look at some powerful examples of people who waited on God and how His timing proved perfect. Number 1. Hannah. Hannah longed for a child. Year after year, she went up to the temple, pouring out her soul in prayer. She was mocked, misunderstood, and heartbroken. Yet she did not stop seeking God. And in due time, God answered. He gave her Samuel, who would become one of Israel's greatest prophets and a man after God's heart. Read 1 Samuel 1 verse 10 to 20. Hannah's story teaches us that God hears every tears. Even when nothing seems to be changing on the outside, God is moving on the inside. In our hearts, building character, faith, and trust. Number 2. David. David was just a shepherd boy when the prophet Samuel anointed him as the future king of Israel. But instead of going straight to the throne, David spent years running from Saul, hiding in caves, and enduring hardship. He waited over 15 years before becoming king. Read 1 Samuel 16 and 2 Samuel 2-5. During that time, God was shaping David, building the humility and strength he needed to lead. His story shows that the crown often comes after the cave. God prepares us in private before He uses us in public. Number 3. Abraham. God promised Abraham a son, even though he and his wife Sarah were far beyond childbearing age. It took 25 years for that promise to come to pass. In that waiting period, Abraham wrestled with doubt and tried to help God through Hagar, but God's promise was never forgotten. At the appointed time, Isaac was born. Read Genesis 17-21. Abraham's story reminds us that God's promises don't expire. Even if it takes years, God remains faithful. What seems impossible to us is possible with God. Number 4. Joseph. Joseph's life is a powerful example of divine timing. He was betrayed by his own brothers, sold as a slave, falsely accused, and thrown into prison. For over 13 years, Joseph endured suffering and injustice. But all the while, God was working behind the scenes. In one day, Joseph went from prison to palace, becoming second in command over all of Egypt and saving many lives during a famine. Read Genesis 37-50. Joseph's story shows that the process may be painful, but the purpose is powerful. What others meant for evil, God used for good. These people were not forgotten. They were being prepared, and so are you. Maybe you're in a season of waiting too. And it's hard, it truly is. Waiting can feel lonely, frustrating, and even painful. But whatever you are trusting God for, let this be a reminder that your waiting is not in vain. God sees you, and He is working behind the scenes for your good. If you are waiting for a job, be patient with God's timing. You may feel overlooked or rejected, but God is preparing the right opportunity where you'll not just work, you'll thrive and grow. The door that fits your purpose will open at the right time. If you are expecting healing, whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual, trust that the great healer has not forgotten you. He knows your pain, and He's close to the brokenhearted. His power to heal is not limited by time. He is working even when you can't feel it. If you are longing for a child, and each passing month feels like a heavy silence, remember that God sees every tear and hears every cry. He understands the desires of your heart, and His promises are never empty. In due time, He brings joy out of sorrow. If you are facing a delay in marriage, don't let the wait make you feel less worthy or forgotten. God is the author of love stories. He's preparing not just the right person, but also preparing you to be ready for the love He intends to bless you with. You haven't been denied, you're being refined. God is never late. He is always on time. He knows the perfect moment to turn things around. And when He does, it will be worth every second you waited. We live in a fast-paced world. We expect fast food, fast internet, fast solutions. But God doesn't work like that. He's not in a hurry and He's never late. His timing runs on a different clock, heaven's clock. While we focus on what we want now, God focuses on what we truly need long-term. That's why waiting isn't a punishment, it's a process. And often, it's the process that prepares us for the blessing. Just because you don't see movement doesn't mean God is not moving. He's working behind the scenes, aligning opportunities, shaping your heart, and setting the stage for something far better than you could have imagined. You might be praying for love, healing, a breakthrough, or a sense of direction. And while it feels like nothing is happening, let this truth settle in your heart. God knows the right person to walk through life with you. God knows the right place where your purpose will thrive. God knows the right answer to the prayer you've been holding on to. He sees the future you can't see. He understands the risks you don't even know exist. And in His deep love, He's protecting you from what could harm you and preparing you for what will bless you. Here's how you wait. Number 1. Keep trusting Him. Even when you don't see results, keep believing that He's working. Number 2. Stay in prayer. Tell Him your worries, doubts, and hopes. Prayer keeps your heart connected to His. Number 3. Grow while you wait. Read the Word. Serve others. Build your character. Waiting time is not wasted time. It's growing time. Number 4. Stop comparing your journey. What God is doing in someone else's life has nothing to do with His plan for you. Your story is uniquely written by the author of life. God has not forgotten you. He sees your faith. He hears your prayers. He collects your tears. And when the time is right, His time, you'll look back and say, "Now I understand why I had to wait." Trust His process. Rest in His love. And believe in His timing. Because when it finally comes together, it will be more beautiful, more perfect, and more fulfilling than you could have ever dreamed. He makes everything beautiful in its time. Hold on, your time is coming. Thanks for watching. God loves you.